yeah, hear it all in one go like that. Because when you're a rider, you're just always the next thing. You never really reflect too much. So got plenty of time to do that now, though.
Yeah. Can I ask, Geraint, so it's a month since you stopped, formally, officially. Have you been on a bicycle since?
I have, actually, a couple of times down in Nice, because obviously the weather's nice, so...
Just for a bit of fun?
Yeah, just to calf and back or whatever. I've got nothing else to do now, have I?
Oh, come on, now I need the whole picture. Are you on a racing bike? When you say you're going to the calf, are you going on a racing bike? Do you get togged up? Or is it your old habits die hard?
No, it's fully lycra'd up, yeah. That's all I've got, though. I'm still fully teamed up, like... so, yeah, it's going to be hard. I'd still love riding my bike. It was the right time to stop professionally, and, you know, that big commitment that it takes, it was the right time to do that, but I still love riding my bike and doing a few runs now as well, just slowly getting into the running, so maybe some marathons and triathlons around the corner. But
just the odd marathon.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like I need something and still need the challenge. I've had 20-odd years of, you know, working towards big goals, and then, you know, to wake up and just have nothing would be, I think it would be quite hard mentally, so I still need something to work towards.
You wouldn't be the first incredibly successful sports star to have that kind of thought process. Have you had that discussion? Have you talked to people in other sports about that moment when you stop and you go, what now? Yeah,
like obviously plenty of ex-bike riders, but like ex-rugby players like Shane Williams, Ryan Jones, these guys, and yeah, they're all telling me it is great when you stop, but also you need to have some sort of idea what you're going to do, because, you know, we live our lives like knowing what we're doing every day. You know, you wake up knowing exactly what you got, why you're doing it, and you go out and you do it. And so to then just wake up and, you know, it's nice for maybe a week, but after that, I need something. So yeah.
What did I mean, obviously your career has taken you away from your family so much, maybe more than other sports even, you know, the training and then the events around the world. What have they had to say about, you know, your retirement and time and what you're going to do?
Yeah, my son Max is funny. He's just done sick, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Mum, we've got Dad back now." But
a sigh.
yeah, but I think it was a bit of adjusting for us all, really. But you know, I still, like I say, I'm still going to be active, and you know, when you're on the road all the time, like it's just normal. That's what I've always done, you know, for me and for Sarah, my wife. So it's yeah, but hopefully I'll still going to be involved with the team. I still have a lot of knowledge and experience. I want to, you know, I feel I can make a good difference there. So, and the team's obviously is, you know, we had our glory years, so to speak, for those 20 teens, and now we're sort of working to get back up there.
Let's take the obvious. You've won the Tour de France. You have won the Tour de France, one of the most difficult things to achieve in sport. Have you got a moment that is yours, particularly? Other people, cycling fans, sports fans, might see you on the final run-in or standing at the podium in the end in the yellow shirt. Have you got your own personal moment that was special to do with that win?
Obviously winning on top of Alpe d'Huez, which is iconic climb, probably the most historic climb in the Tour, to win on top of there in the yellow jersey, and that was obviously massive. And, you know, I've loved the sport forever, so, you know, I know a lot of the history. And after that win, people were telling me, you know, oh, it's the first time in 30, 40 years that a guy's won in 2 back-to-back mountain top finishes, first British guy to win on Alpe d'Huez and all this, and first yellow jersey to win up there. And it was like, wow, this is like it's proper history, isn't it? And this, that was crazy. And then I think the time trial as well, that's when I actually knew I'd won the Tour, because throughout the Tour I never let myself think about it. It was always, I didn't want to jinx it or whatever. It was kind of a weird sort of superstition, really, I guess. But it was just go through the process, do what you got to do, and then. But then that TT, I remember on the radio to the guy in the car behind, Nico Portal. I was like, Nico, have I won the Tour? And he's like, yeah. He used to call me Jay because French people can't say G, but yeah, Jay, you've won the Tour. You've won. And that's when it was just like, wow, this is. And then Sarah was there. I didn't realise she was going to be at the finish, and then you end up crying on international TV, and yeah. But that was amazing. That was something I always remember.
Was that the moment? Because, of course, there's so many career highlights. You know, 2012, winning gold back then as well. And a very, very different discipline, actually, than the Tour de France as well.
Yeah, obviously, it's less than 4 minutes and the Tour is 80-odd hours. But, or there's, you know, dangerous crashes or, you know, you see teammates having bad injuries or whatever. That's when it's a bit like, wow, but I've always loved riding my bike.
You get some big characters in your sport, and in the early days in the book, you detail some of the people you were lodging with here in Manchester, I think, wasn't it? Mark Cavendish, amongst others. You've got very different kind of personalities and characters, all in one. That was in what a terrace house. You're just
in Fallowfield in the student area.
What was that like?
It was an experience living with Cav. Like, he hasn't changed. He's exactly back then. He's the same now. You know, he was a bit Conor McGregor style of cycling, isn't he? Really, he loves to tell you what he's going to do, and he's outgoing. And then Ed Clancy was the other guy in the house who he ends up winning 3 Olympic golds as well. So, but he was totally the opposite. He was a bit introverted and not too confident in a group and stuff. So it was an interesting dynamic.
I've got this. It fascinates me, the picture of the 3 of you living in this house. Who's in charge of the food? What happened?
Oh, Cav's in charge of everything.
Is that how it worked?
Yeah. Me and Ed just let him get on with it. But
And the washing up?
well, we'd take it in turns to do that, but then Cav would come and tell us to do it again because it's not done properly or to his standards. But yeah.
Do you know what? It's a really fascinating read, and the beginnings of your story and all the photographs are fantastic with you and the early days, the first bike and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you this morning.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And enjoy your retirement until you do something else.
Thanks.
Thanks, Geraint. It's time for the weather now with Matt. Morning again, Matt.